Hello friends, I'm Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I have a really fun Christmas December DIY project for you. I'm going to show you how to make cupcake wrapper rosettes. And these are so much fun. If you don't know how to make rosettes, I already have a video on my channel showing you how to make rosettes out of scrapbooking paper. But these cupcake holder ones are so much fun because they're so thin. And I really love that texture and the dimension and how much interest it adds to have that really thin paper. You can layer them up in different sizes and they're not so bulky in your scrapbooking. So I had these extra cupcake wrappers on hand. I don't make cupcakes often, and I was really excited to get to use up some of these to make some fun scrapbooking and DIY stuff. And you could see here, all I did was cut out the bottom of that cupcake wrapper. And then once I cut out the bottom of the cupcake wrapper, I kind of push the inside all together to see how it could form into a circular rosette shape. And then I trim off probably about 2 inches from the length of that cupcake wrapper. And then I smush it all together. You can see the process is not very glamorous. I have these little circles of scrapbooking paper and I just add some hot glue to it. And then I just smush and manipulate my cupcake wrapper until it is a nice circular shape all around. And these are very imperfect compared to the folding technique with the scrapbooking paper. Probably because my cupcake wrappers had been smushed for a while. These red ones in particular, their accordion fold wasn't very firm, so it didn't nicely fold down into the shape I would usually want when doing this project, but I didn't mind too much. I love the imperfection, and also most of these are going to get covered up when I decorate them, so I wasn't too worried about the center looking really crazy. And the thing that really up-levels these cupcake wrapper rosettes is adding the snow trim around the edges. And you'll see me do this throughout the video to a couple of the rosettes, and my process evolves throughout time. And you'll see by the end, I finally got it down to a system that works really well. But here with my first rosette, I'm kind of struggling. You can see not that much snow is sticking on. It's not very opaque. And I'm just trying to hot glue my edge of the cupcake wrapper and get all that snow on there. And this is a combination of some fun crafting snow from the Target Dollar Spot, and then I also added some white iridescent glitter to that mix too, and I thought that would be really fun, so it would have sparkle and shine. And you can see I finished up that first rosette and it's not looking perfect. And here is where I start to figure out how to do this in a way that's going to work the best. So you could see with my gold cupcake wrapper rosette there, I add the hot glue around the edge on the top of the rosette, and then I dip it into my glitter and fake snow mix, and then I use my fingers to push that fake snow down into the hot glue. And doing that, pulling it to the edge of the rosette and pushing it down into the hot glue makes it look a lot more opaque than it did with my first cupcake wrapper that I did. And then I also use scissors to cut off any little bits of the snow that are hanging off of the edges and making it look too messy, and the ones that are too tall. So I really want these rosettes to look classy and feel like a nice circular shape. I don't want lots of bits of snow falling off the edges. And so I take my fingers and I pull any bits off that are dangly, and I cut any that are hanging off too far. And that way, the end result, as you can see, especially with those gold ones, is really, really beautiful. It just looks like a nice thick layer of snow bordering the edge of these beautiful rosettes. And now you can see I'm layering some of them up. This is really fun too. I've never done layered rosettes before, and I love the way they look, especially with those red cupcake wrappers. I wasn't loving them. They were a lot thinner than my gold foil ones, and so layering them up added more interest and more stability to the rosette. And it's looking pretty good so far. And now I'm going to move into the decorating portion of these rosettes. I'm starting off with this first red one, and I want to add that cute little girl sticker. I add it to some white paper and I cut it out. That way it is nice and opaque because that girl and reindeer were translucent before it was on a clear sticker. And once I cut that out from the white paper, I add a little bit of snow to the background of the middle of that rosette. I add a green tree that has some white little floral details on part of it. And then I layer up the girl and the reindeer sticker on top. And then I'm just going to finish off this rosette by adding some beautiful rhinestones. I've got these cute little gemstones, and I bought a pack of like 30 of these from Amazon for 15 bucks. It was super affordable. It was like $1 or less per sheet, and I got all different kinds of colors. So I will link those down below if you want some. They're really beautiful for projects like these, and you can see they come in all different sizes. So I added a big rhinestone to the top of that tree to be like the star on top, and then I added some tiny ones throughout to act as ornaments. And I'm moving right along here. You could see me try out some different flare buttons in the middle of this rosette, and I just add a gold and white one that says all is bright, and that perfectly finishes off this rosette. And then in the meantime, I had added a wood veneer dark green pine tree to one of the gold ones, and now I'm adding a Santa Claus ephemera bit to another one of these gold ones. And the process moves pretty quickly. I don't show you all of it because this video is already like 10.5 minutes long and I didn't want to bore you, but you could see my process here. I just try different things and I layer things up to be really interesting, so you have several visual things to look at on each rosette. Some of the rosettes, like this cute Santa one I'm working on now, have lots of different layers. That's got a Santa on it. It's got 2 of those cute white vellum and rhinestone centered flowers to it. And then I'm working on another one. I'm adding a cute little hat die cut to it. And a lot of these pieces you see on my desk right now are actually digital ephemeras that I've printed out and cut out. And I buy mine from several different places, Creative Market, Etsy. I will try to link a couple of them down below if you want to check out the ones that I have purchased. They're super cute. And I really love how everything's looking so far. I added a white rhinestone to that cute little hat one, and that finishes that one. I'm adding a chipboard to this gold one. I added some snow underneath it to the middle of that rosette. And I just add one rhinestone on top of that chipboard phrase piece that I have on there, and that finishes this rosette. And there's also another one. It says Merry and Bright. It's got that little banner on it and some 2 cute little flowers on it. The one with the flare button, that's only one embellishment on that rosette, and it finishes it off a lot easier than the ones made of paper because these are edged in that snow trim. They already have so much going on. You don't have to add a whole bunch for it to look super interesting. So this one I'm working on now, you saw me earlier add that cute little gold bow to it. And then I added a couple more tiny pine trees. And then I'm just going to add 2 really cute white phrase stickers here that are of Christmas spirit. And here is what my rosettes look like. Don't worry about this shaky camera. That'll be gone in a minute as I show you a close-up of all of these rosettes in my hand. This is just a brief overview of all of the ones that I made, and they are so beautiful. You could see that there are some rosettes made of scrapbooking paper mixed in, like these green ones and the plaid ones, and they're so much thicker than the ones made of the cupcake wrappers. So I really actually have a strong preference for these cupcake wrapper ones, even though they're more messy and less perfect. I think they're so beautiful, especially edged in the snow, and they're not as thick. So I feel like they don't make your albums as bulky. And I love this DIY. I'm going to gift some of these to my friends for Christmas. I'm going to add some to my packages for my pen pals. I'm going to use them in my December daily. I'm going to use them to package up presents for people. These are so multi-purpose, and you can see all the different ways I've decorated some of them. So much beauty going on here. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has inspired you to grab out all of your Christmas and December scrapbooking supplies and get to work scrapping your stash, making these cute little embellishments. They're such great gifts. They're so pretty. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the fun projects I make. If you want to get crafty with me, I will link my crafty e-courses down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.